Review copy provided by Thunderworks Games. Solo board gaming night here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Metro Runner, the board game. As always, I want to give you an overhead view of the table so you get an idea of just how much space the game takes up. And to be honest, everything's pretty much self-contained within the board, and apart from the player boards and some cards you have to put on the side like the job cards and the contracts, that's about it. You won't be using that much space at all. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the box and see what's inside. The box art has a nice cyberpunk feel to it. I want to mention that the box itself isn't that big at all, and I like the way that each side has a different graphic, so depending how you want to put it on your shelf, you'll be able to show off Metro Runner in a nice and neat way. Overall, from the front to the back, I really like the way the box of Metro Runner looks. Normally, this is where I talk about the rulebook, components, and everything in the box. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that for later in the review. You'll see why. But right now, I want to go over just the basics on how to play Metro Runner. In Metro Runner, you have very straightforward actions to take while still having a lot of options at your disposal. On your turn, you get to move 1 or 2 spaces for free. You can't spend a resource you previously collected and stored to move an extra space. As long as you have enough resources, you can keep spending a cube to move an extra space. You then take one of 2 actions. You can activate the location you're on and gain jobs. You gain jobs by choosing cards from either the lineup or the top of the job deck. The way you choose it is up to you, and you can mix and match however you'd like. Then you simply place the job next to your player board. You can only have a maximum of 5 job cards in your hand at one time. Or you can gain a cube of any color. Depending where you are on the notoriety track is going to determine how many cubes you can choose in this step. The final action you could take in the location is hacking. While hacking, you can manipulate tiles by rotating them 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. You can swap 2 adjacent tiles that are either vertically or horizontally adjacent. And you can shift an entire row or column to switch the spots of the tiles on the edge. There's a little more to actually hacking, but I'm going to leave that to you to find out. This is one of my favorite mechanics that Metro Runner has to offer, and a very fun way to earn points. You can rather choose to do a district action which lets you gain a specific cube, or it lets you complete a job in your current district. Completing a job is as simple as collecting the colored cubes pictured, reaching the same colored zone, and completing it. After you take a district action, you can collect all the cubes in that zone. After that, it's the AI's turn. Reveal an AI card, move the AI or place them exactly the way it's pictured. Then take a look at the notoriety track. If you're on the same space or behind the AI, resolve the left side of the AI card. If you are ahead of the AI, resolve the right side of the AI card. All of the icons are easy to understand and are found on page 22 of the rulebook. You rinse and repeat turns, collecting points until either you or the AI triggers the endgame. You always take the final turn. After that, tally your points, and you just learned how to play Metro Runner. Now, on to the review. Every component included in the box screams high quality. The runner figures, markers, cubes, cardstock, cardboard tokens, and game board all feel sturdy and have a high quality feel and look to them. Nothing in this box feels flimsy. Everything included here is really good stuff. That brings me to the box insert. Longtime viewers already know how I feel about lackluster box inserts. Thankfully, what's included here is everything I look for in a box insert. The trays feel sturdy. There's a compartment for every single component. And my favorite part about it, the box insert fits fully sleeved cards. It's sad that I actually have to point this out time and time again, but if every board game company included a box insert as good as the one included here, I'd never have to mention it. You love to see it, and I do too. A great storage solution that protects our games and helps lower setup and teardown. I just wish more companies would follow suit. Metro Runner has an incredibly well-made rulebook. From setup to learning how to play, it all flows very smoothly, culminating in a very effective and easy to understand rulebook. Sure, for your first game, you may refer to the rulebook a few times, but between the player aids, player board, and the rulebook itself, you're in for a very painless experience when it comes to learning how to play. Just in case you want an even easier way to learn how to play Metro Runner, check out Adventures in Creative Software's video on how to play Metro Runner. Hands down, Adventures in Creative Software makes some of the best how to play videos I have ever seen with an incredible presentation style. I found his channel while I was anticipating Oathsworn's arrival to my front door. It just so happened that he made a how to play for Metro Runner, and I just had to share his channel with you all. Stop by his channel, Adventures in Creative Software, and let him know who sent you. My point being, Metro Runner has a great rulebook and is incredibly easy to learn. The actions in Metro Runner are simple yet engaging. Whether you're moving across zones, taking actions like gaining cubes, completing jobs, or hacking, nothing here is overly complex. Instead of concentrating on a seemingly never-ending list of rules, Metro Runner focuses on simplicity over complexity. Now, that's not to say that Metro Runner is a shallow game. On the contrary, Metro Runner offers a bevy of options to the player and managed to not make it feel overwhelming at all. Deciding whether you take a location action, which allows you to take jobs, gain cubes, or hack, which I really enjoy doing, or take a district action, which allows you to either take a cube of a specific color or complete a job, as well as taking district resources that help you with allowing you to complete jobs. There's plenty of ways to score points. That's not even mentioning the influence and notoriety track that, apart from triggering the endgame, it unlocks other abilities to help maximize your score. Throw in character-specific abilities, contracts, and boosts, and you have yourself a simple yet highly engaging game. Some games include a solo mode that ultimately changes some of the core elements of the game design to make it work. That is absolutely not the case here. With the exception of how you score the district majority at the end of the game, you get the full gameplay experience while playing the solo mode. Nothing is changed and absolutely nothing is lost while playing solo. This brings me to how the AI cards work for solo play. The icons are simple to read with the AI movement and changes to the board taking no longer than a few seconds to fully activate. I really do mean a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds max, and I even think that's a high number. What this means is that you're spending very little time fiddling with the AI. Instead, the vast majority of the game is spent on you actually playing your turn. Not only is it quick and easy to control the AI, but its implementation is handled in a way that few other board games I've played has managed. This is an expertly crafted solo mode. Up until this point, I have struggled to find a con with Metro Runner. The thing is, from a gameplay standpoint, this is a very well-crafted game. The options at your disposal are fun. Finding ways to maximize your score is fun. And most of all, the gameplay loop found here is very fun. Although I find the solo experience incredibly well done, I'm not sure how long the game will take before it starts to get a little stale. Personally, I love the fact that I can bring Metro Runner to the table and have a great time with it. It plays pretty quick, I'd say in well under an hour, especially once you've gotten the hang of it. However, although I think that Metro Runner is a very good solo game, actually, I kind of think it's a pretty great one. I believe it will truly shine as a competitive game to play with others. Even with that said, I think that Metro Runner is the perfect solo board game to play when you want to unwind after a long day at work and enjoy a game or two back to back without feeling overwhelmed, yet feeling highly satisfied at the same time. Now, if you are able to play Metro Runner solo and with a group of people, this is hands down an easy recommendation. It's more than worth it. In closing, Metro Runner is a very easy game to learn. It has an incredibly well-written rulebook and you'll be playing in no time. Don't forget to check out Adventures in Creative Software's channel to have an even easier time learning how to play Metro Runner. Although Metro Runner is simple to play, the actions you take and the gameplay feel satisfying and engaging. Just because the game is easy to play doesn't mean it lacks substance. Metro Runner offers an incredible amount of options to help you maximize your score. Hacking is a standout feature that awards you handsomely while offering a fun little brain teaser to solve. The component quality found here is as close to perfection as it gets. Every component feels sturdy and well made. The standout here, however, is the box insert. It's incredibly well thought out, and apart from fitting all of the components and fully sleeved cards, it genuinely helps with setup and teardown. The solo mode is incredibly well made and implemented so seamlessly that nothing is lost. You will be playing the solo variant of Metro Runner exactly the same way you would play it with others. The AI is so easy to control and activate that you'll be spending almost all of your time actually playing the game. This is a great example on how AI should be implemented in a solo board game. This is one of the few painless AIs I have ever experienced. Metro Runner, in my opinion, is a great solo game that I can easily recommend. If you're able to play with others competitively, it's even better. Metro Runner is the perfect game to play when you want to play an engaging game that can be played in well under an hour and leave you feeling satisfied without feeling overwhelmed by a rules-heavy game. If you're looking for a game that offers a fun experience with plenty of scoring opportunities without feeling burdened by overcomplicated rules, Metro Runner has you covered. Well, that's it. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with me for a little while. This was Solo Board Gaming Night. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you and everyone else has a great game night. Take care, Solo Knights.